is time. It is time to brew your best beer. The 2015 Sjporr Challenge is brought to you by the Grainbill Homebrew Supply, located in Red Lion, Pennsylvania. Brewers Exchange, operating in the U.S. and Canada. Finney's Homebrew Emporium, located in Bishopdale, Christchurch, New Zealand. And Omega Yeast, located in Chicago, Illinois.
What's up, B's and G's? We're going to do another review tonight. I decided to do a couple tonight. Do two. Just because of soccer practice and shit tomorrow. So, the second one, or the one that we're going to do tonight, another one we're going to do, is 6A5-411-6A7. 6A5-411-6A7. Yeah. This is the beer that I'm not sure the style of. On the list, it's, I forget what the first bit, but the second part is pour, let the fids subside, and enjoy. So, not sure what style, whether it's a stout or a porter. It's dark and black. I reckon it's, oats and something else were the local ingredients. But from some of the videos I've seen, I think carbonation is also one of the local ingredients. So I'm going to let this thing fizz and hang out for a minute. So I'm going to pop this and pour this, let it subside, let it die down, and I will be back. So catch y'all in a little bit. Hold on. Okay, so clearly I can't fucking read, and clearly I am not paying attention. So I popped this beer, and it didn't fizz and pour out like I thought it was. And so I thought that was really interesting. So I took a smell, and I said, this doesn't smell like a stout. This smells more like an Imperial stout, or an Imperial. Then I looked at the bottle. And then I looked at the spreadsheet. And then I proceeded to slap myself quite strongly in the face. So, this is 6E5-411-6A7. It's one of the mislabeled bottles. And even if it wasn't mislabeled, it doesn't start with the same combination as the other one that I was thinking that it was. So, clearly, I am not fit to review a damn thing. But I digress. So, what I have now is an Imperial. Smelled like it the second I smelled it. Smelled beautiful. Weird first smell. First whiff of aroma that I have no idea why it would, and it just did. To me, smelt like rain. I mean, we're about to get slammed in the Northeast, as we all know, and we're all hunkering down for Joaquin Phoenix the Hurricane. But this, for some reason, on first snoot, smelled like rain. Summer, fresh, first rain on grass. It was kind of weird. It was a very fleeting smell. Now it's a lot more roasty. And there's a lot of... I'm not picking up the bourbon yet. I know bourbon's in here. I can smell the heat. I can feel the heat right here. So I bet there's... Jesus, my hand. I reckon that there's a fair amount of alcohol in this. But because I can... Right here, I'm feeling... When I take a good old sniff, it hits me high in my nasal passage, in my nasal cavity. So I assume that there's a fair amount of heat. And the way that the legs are kind of dripping down the glass right there, I'm assuming that there's a fair amount of alcohol in that. It's got a great head, coffee-colored, khaki-ish coffee ice cream, if you're used to coffee ice cream. Beautiful head. It's black, you know. There's none blacker. So I'm going to get a sip of this. I'm going to chew it for a little while and come back. So, cheers. I'm going to take my sip. Ooh, that's good. I'll be back. Hey, did you just catch me talking to myself? Fucking hope not. Fuck. This is a good beer. This is a damn fine fucking beer. I love Imperials. I love Imperial Stouts. They talk to me in a way that only I can talk to myself. Or should I say, no. They're just... A good one is a sight to see, or a taste to be had, or a drink to drink. I'm getting hammered, sipping the shit out of this thing. It's super creamy. Coats the shit out of your mouth, and just kind of sits there. It's unrelenting on your palate in a good way. Excuse me. It hangs there. I mean, it just sits down, and with the bourbon in there, it starts a fire, and it just kind of hangs out. I mean, it's you're not gonna kick it off your tongue. It's gonna stay as long as it wants to, and so you might as well just get fucking used to it and enjoy. It's beautiful. It's a really roasty. If you can taste black, if black had a flavor, this would be it. I mean, this is just the abyss. There are words that more eloquent folks than I have, and I unfortunately do not have possession of those words. This thing is just awesome. I mean, you might get other really lengthy reviews. Mine will basically be one sentence. Overall, this beer's awesome. I don't know what else to say. It's just, there's some dark fruit in there. There's a lot of, it's not super bitter. There's a definite bitterness that kind of hangs around too. But it's really rounded out. I mean, it's really balanced out by the roast bitterness. And then I'm getting some of the bourbon, but it's not a bourbon beer. A lot of the times, we've seen bourbon and whiskey go into beer or go on to, oak, and you basically have shitty beer on bourbon, or, it was, I forget someone said it recently, and I forget who in the hell it was, but this is not that. This is the bourbon works with it. It's not a beer with bourbon in it, even though it is. It's or not a bourbon that's been added to beer. That's probably the better way to put it. The bourbon is more of the dominant flavor than the beer is itself. Now these two actually work really well together. I'm gonna take another sip while I hang out. If those of you who watch my channel and do Fuck It Friday videos, you know that my beer to base, my usual beer is Old Rasputin, and this kind of hits that Old Rasputin button in a way for me. I mean, it's definitely got a lot of the same qualities. It's a really great Imperial Stout. There's a box sitting right here next to me with the ingredients for Corporal's Mania, which was my Sjporr 2014 beer that I didn't put in, that I wished I had last year. So that's an Imperial Stout. We need to change. I'm about to brew that up, and it'll be ready around February. We need to hook up and swap some beers. If you make this again, need to get my grubby mitts on a couple, and I'll definitely chuck a couple your way. This is a great beer. This is a great Imperial Stout. I love it. I'm like a little preteen at a One Direction concert. This fucking beer. Fucking brilliant. So, well done. 6E5-411-6A7. This beer is phenomenal. I really, really enjoy the shit out of this thing. Kind of wish you had given me another bottle, or a big ass bottle. Brew cap. Sorry. Anyway, cheers. Good luck. Good luck in the second round. And y'all have a good night. Bye.
The fuck you talking about?